Dive into summer with Vizcaya swimwear. Stylish, comfortable, unforgettable. Make a splash with Vizcaya swimwear. Discover your beauty with Lady Code Cosmetics. Bold colors, flawless finishes. Unleash your confidence with Lady Code. Hello and welcome back to season 3 of Misrepresented. I am so excited to be back. I definitely missed you guys. And before I introduce today's guest, I have to thank Pink Apple Dresses for dressing us in these gorgeous hot pink dresses today. I love Pink Apple dresses. Today's guest is Miss Grand Virginia, Maryah Samuel. Maryah Samuel is a Boston native and a dedicated notary who brings precision and professionalism to her work. Beyond her career, Maryah is deeply passionate about fitness and visual art, using both as creative and personal outlets. Over the past 3 years, she has committed herself to personal growth and transformation through pageantry, building confidence, discipline, and mental resilience along the way. Her journey reflects determination, self-belief, and a willingness to push beyond limits in pursuit of her goals. Welcome, Maryah.
Hey, Lisa, I'm so glad to be here finally.
I know, finally. So I have been watching you from a distance, obviously at Miss Grand, because I am a Virginia girl. So I was like, that's our Miss Virginia. But I think it's our first time like meeting in person.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
I
gosh.
remember seeing you at the pageant this year, and I actually have one of your palettes.
Oh my
I
gosh,
have
which one?
Yes, I have the influencer palette.
That's such a good one. The black
Yeah.
is so pigmented.
Right? The black is, I don't think I have a black that's that black.
It's so good.
Yes.
It's like, I always go to that one if I need like an eyeliner, because you just tap it on and like the job is done.
Yes, I love it.
Yes. Okay, so Miss Grand Virginia, my home state.
Yeah.
Are you born and raised in Virginia?
I'm actually from Boston.
Wow.
So
okay.
I am not born and raised in Virginia, but I'm really happy that I was able to represent the state because I do love Virginia. I love it.
Yes.
I mean, I know, I moved to other states that I didn't really like, I'll be honest. But Virginia was excellent. Like the people, the food, the way that you can feel the history in the city. I loved living in Virginia.
There's so much history, and like we were talking about a little bit before the show, there are a lot of amazing people that come out of Virginia. Like it does produce a lot of talent, and like you said, people are sleeping on Virginia.
Yeah. They don't realize how many talented people are there, but I think that the Miss Grand Virginia pageant is going to like put a spotlight on Virginia this year.
Oh my gosh, are you so excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're just days away from crowning a new Miss Grand Virginia.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to talk all about your year. I don't know where to start, but I think we'll start with why Miss Grand.
Grand speaks to me on a deep level. What I love about Grand is that you have 100% permission to express yourself. You can be funny, you can be elegant, you can be sexy. The stage performance just allows for so much freedom. And then on top of that, it's one of the few pageant systems that has actually really modernized as far as how they approach the brand, right? So much social media marketing, so much stuff that appeals to young people like me.
100%. Like you really hit the nail on the head. I feel the same way about Miss Grand. Miss Grand USA like changed my life, but going to Thailand and seeing Miss Grand International, like that changed my brain chemistry. I was like, oh my gosh, like pageantry is so back because of Grand.
It's on another level.
Yes.
It's on an, I mean, they had their queen flying in the air.
I know.
They had fireworks,
cartwheels,
dancers.
Yes.
Right. It's next level. And that's why when Nawat says this is the greatest pageant in the world, he feels like he's earned that because there's so much hard work and dedication that goes into putting together a show like that.
Yep.
I mean, I'm in awe.
Me too. And I just can't wait to see like what's next for Grand and seeing the organization grow in the United States with all these directors. Like Virginia has one now and she's doing such a great job. So that's really exciting. I want to hear a little bit about your national experience because I was watching you from a distance. You did amazing. You placed top 10?
Top 20.
Top 20.
So close.
I was cheering for you, girl. So tell me, like start to finish, like everything. How was the prep? Tell me everything.
Well, the national experience was incredible because we had a full week of activities. A lot of pageants are just the weekend, but we had a full week of activities. Dinners. We went to a nightclub.
Oh my god.
Which a lot of pageants
I
would
know
not
that's like
do
a
that, right?
no-no,
But
but
it
yeah.
was still elegant, right? So
Yeah.
we went to a nightclub. We had nonstop photo shoots. It was so much hustle and bustle, so much work. But at the end, I'm like, I miss it. Take me back,
Oh my
you know?
gosh.
So
Yeah.
I had an excellent experience at Nationals. And going into it, I was really, I mean, I was scared. It was my first pageant ever.
You're joking.
No, no, it was my first
What?
pageant ever.
Oh my, and you
Yeah.
did grand and you
Yeah.
placed top 20? Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. It was
amazing.
my first pageant ever.
Wow.
So I was just like really
Oh my
afraid
gosh.
going into it. But because they gave us such a great experience, I'm like, I I couldn't have asked for more,
Yeah.
you know? So that just, it's they say the journey is the destination. And I feel like that's really true for Grand because whether you win or maybe you don't place as high as you want to, they make sure that it's a great experience for every girl.
100%. And I
Hmm.
think that this is where Grand truly embodies women empowerment because
Hmm.
every aspect of the competition is empowering women. And I feel like in this day and age, like the emphasis on social media is not them being evil and making it a popularity contest, but it's really giving you the tools to succeed in today's day and age. Like
Yeah.
you're literally becoming an influencer just by doing this pageant, and they're
Hmm.
giving you, you know, like how to promote and how to post and how to tag your sponsors. And that's
Hmm.
going to be so useful in the future.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling on myself here because when I first got involved with Grand, I thought to myself, "Oh my God, they're giving us so much work.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
they want us to
Yeah.
do this, they want us to do that." And then at some point in my brain, I realized, no, this is an opportunity for me. Regardless of what happens with
Exactly.
Grand, I'm building these relationships with sponsors, with other girls, with people who are business people, people who are photographers, models,
Yeah.
amazing people. So I'm so grateful for that.
I love that. One thing that was really unique to me about Miss Grand USA was the grand business pitch, and I got to
Hmm.
judge that, and that was like the highlight of my week.
Hmm.
What was your pitch?
I didn't pitch
Oh,
because I
I was
had
like, why don't
prepared
I
something.
remember?
Yeah, yeah, I had prepared something
Uh-huh.
for, you see guys, this is why it didn't get in the top 10.
Oh no.
Because I had prepared something to pitch.
Mhm.
Um am I going to pitch it right now?
I think so. I think you are actually.
Well,
I'm
I
right here.
yeah. Well, you know what? What I wanted to do for my pitch, which actually didn't work out, was Grand. It's such a it's such a sexy pageant compared
Mhm.
to some of the other pageant systems, right? So it doesn't really make sense for us to have a teen division necessarily. I
Mhm.
don't know how well that translates, but I did want to see what we could do to bring in young people as well to get eyes on us. So I was thinking maybe a pageant like sleepover camp.
Oh my
Yeah. It's like,
gosh.
okay, enjoying the fun parts of the
Yes.
pageant, the girls being
Yes.
together. And also, these are transferable life skills for young girls. How to
Mhm.
put yourself together, how to conduct yourself in an interview, how to feel confident,
Yeah.
talking to new people, how to always have your own elevator pitch about yourself, about your life and your goals.
Mhm.
And just to have that organization and that confidence. I felt like these are the skills that a pageant girl could teach
Yeah.
to a young girl that's going to be transferable throughout their whole life, whether they choose to get into pageants or not.
Exactly. And you
Hmm.
really have a point there because I think those life skills that everybody gets through competing in a pageant
Hmm.
is more valuable than the crown.
Yep.
The crown is just a crown, but who you become in that process is like how you really win the pageant. So as
Hmm.
long as you do like follow directions, you win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some key takeaways that you got from competing at nationals?
One thing that I feel like I really developed in this area was not to panic because things go wrong.
Yeah.
Things go wrong. Actually, on my actual performance day, finals night, I left an entire bag at the hotel. And Lisa, it was my makeup.
No, your face.
Yes, yes, the most
Did you have anything
important
on?
thing. No, I had
Oh
nothing
my
on because I
gosh.
was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like take care of my skin for the
Oh
day.
my
And so
gosh.
I didn't have any of my makeup. But you know what's every single girl backstage was helping me
Oh,
assemble.
like you never got your bag?
No, I never got my
Oh
bag.
my God, you should have called Lady Code. Lady
Right?
Code 911.
Oh, actually, I ran down to Lady Code and they
Oh
gave
my
me
God.
a strip lash because I really needed a lash. That was
Oh
the
my
one thing I couldn't
gosh.
find.
Oh, I'm so happy we were there for you.
Yes, and they did it with no complaints.
Oh,
Also,
of
right? So
course.
but it was amazing to be in that environment because a lot of people think that pageant girls would be catty
Yeah.
or not wanting to see each other win, but actually everybody contributed to me being able to go on stage and be presentable. And they
Wow.
didn't even have to do that. Everybody's running backstage. They're worried about what they've got going on,
Yeah.
but they were able to take that time for me to make sure that I was good and that I was comfortable too. So that was just an amazing moment. Um, that taught me like the lesson of sometimes you got to figure stuff out. And it also was just an amazing memory of girlhood.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
truly. It really is a sisterhood. And like,
Hmm.
I've probably worked thousands of pageants at this point, and I've never seen one where there's cattiness. Like, everyone's like so scared of cattiness.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I really can't relate. I've never seen cattiness happen in my entire life. And I'm like, I
Hmm.
don't know what world these girls are living in where there's cattiness, but it's not pageant land where I live.
No, because and that's also something that's really great about Grand is that they're really honest about the fact that yes, your scores matter, how you do on stage matters, but we're also looking for a girl that's going to be kind and that's going to be professional all the time, not
Hmm.
just on that one night or not just on stage, but they're looking
Yeah.
for somebody who has that warm personality that's going to bring people in. So I don't think a catty girl could ever win
No,
Miss
never.
Grand.
No,
No.
she shouldn't even bother.
No, I don't think so.
I love that so much. So you went to the Philippines
I did.
to practice with CJ.
I
That is
did.
amazing. Tell me all
Hmm.
about that trip.
Well, I was looking, steady looking for a trainer to work more with my stage presence. And I saw that CJ was also doing some training, and I always wanted to go to Southeast Asia, so I made it a trip. I also went to Thailand. So I went to Thailand
Ooh.
first,
What did
which
you do
was
in Thailand?
incredible. Oh my gosh. Thailand, immediately I was like, I want to live here.
Me too.
Every
Literally,
person
everything is
ever.
so fun. Everything is so cheap.
Every right. I'm like, this is the life.
Yeah, it's so
Yes.
nice. I loved it.
Beautiful climate. The mixture, I was in Bangkok, by the way. So
Wow.
the mixture of like the temples and the ancient world, those things that make you feel so stoic and they just pull you in. I'm like, wow, this is an actual, palaces and castles,
Yeah.
but also like super convenient, super
Hmm.
high tech,
Super high
living like
tech.
you're feeling like you're like in the future
Oh yeah.
too. So I had the combination of both. I'm like, how can I leave this? But and great weather. I'm like,
Oh
how can I
yeah.
leave this place? So I stayed there for like a week. And the only problem is that that wasn't enough time.
I
That
know.
wasn't enough
I'm right there
time.
with you. I think I was in
Yeah.
Thailand for 2 weeks and I was like, that was not enough time. Like, I'm down to move there, honestly, because I
Yeah,
miss
yeah,
it.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
So I was able to easily get to the Philippines after that.
Hmm.
And in the Philippines, I was solo, so it was good for me. Right before the pageant, I'm like, I'm in this very like efficient apartment. I've
Hmm.
got nothing but like my diet food. I've got
Wow.
my step counter, and I've got my ability to go um to work with my coach. So I
Hmm.
I worked with CJ. She was able to really dial in with me like on the technique of
Wow.
walking, right? Because
Yeah.
I love it as an art form, but there's a lot of technique to it. So she was like letting me know you have to have your knees straight and you have to make sure you're walking in a perfectly straight line, and just this whole world of like technical walking that I had never been introduced to before her. And after, I felt myself improve so much. I still hear her voice in my head. I'm still like improving day by day with the things that she taught me. So it was an incredible experience. You can't beat
I
that.
know 100%. And she was a good teacher because your stage presence was amazing. Like, I
Thank
saw you
you.
up there and I was like, wow, you have presence. And I don't know
Thank
if that was like
you.
taught or you just automatic, like, that's who you are.
I mean, I have to admit, like the swimsuit, that's like my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's my
so
favorite.
top 20, right?
Hmm.
I love those silver swimsuits.
Oh my God, they're
What
so
was it like
nice.
walking on that stage in top 20?
It was interesting because so this is another thing that I learned. A lot of people think that people, a lot of people, I mean me, I thought that people who did scary things just weren't scared. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
weren't as scared as I was or as somebody else was. But you know what it is? People are really scared and they ignore that feeling and they do the thing anyway and they do it to the best of their ability. So I was completely scared, but I'm like,
Oh my
does it benefit
gosh.
me to be scared right now? You know, I can either hold back or give it all I got and do my very best. And I did my very best for that night. So
Wow.
it was an incredibly empowering experience to conquer my fear in that way.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it made me like comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah,
Wow.
so
So when
it's
they
life
called you into the
changing.
top 20, were you expecting it or were you like, oh my gosh?
I was not expecting it.
Really? Because you were like, I don't have
Yeah.
my makeup.
Right. I was like, I know I'm not at my
Oh
best. And
my
it was such a
gosh.
it was a stiff competition.
It was, yeah.
Um Grand is actually it's under new management recently. And the way that I mean, it's always been a great competition, but the way that it was able to level up on my year specifically, like we had some of the most beautiful,
Literally.
most prepared women. I could not even I mean, we had a top I mean, there was very few people that couldn't have placed,
Yeah.
you know? So it's kind of felt like everybody was bringing something. So I was not sure if I was going to be in the top 20 or not.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And then they called you and you had to change into your swimsuit so quick and get your walk
Yes.
together and they gave you these
Yes.
capes. Like, what was it like walking? And like there
Oh
was a
my
waterfall. It
gosh.
was crazy.
Right. There was I mean, it was so exciting. The adrenaline of like rushing backstage and being a part of this group. I saw CJ backstage and she like gave me a high
Oh,
five.
yeah.
And I could see that she was genuinely happy for me too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it was like uh the best part of chaos.
Oh, yeah.
It was the best part of chaos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I thrive in chaos. I love chaos.
Yeah, yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I think I do too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when did you find out that you have a director now? How did that
Oh my
happen?
gosh, I only found out a few months ago. So when I became Miss Grand Virginia, there was no director.
Hmm.
So I had to do everything on my own.
Wow.
But then we got a director. And what was so great about this director too was she understood that I didn't have as many opportunities not having a state director.
Hmm.
So she said, I'm going to give you as many opportunities as I can within this short
Wow.
time that you're still Miss Grand Virginia. Because like she adopted me basically.
I love
So
her so
yeah,
much.
so that was incredible. So we were in communication and she was helping me do different things. She's also involved in Virginia Fashion Week.
Wow.
So she's just connected me to so many different opportunities. And now I understand that Miss Grand Virginia or not, I always have that relationship with her. So I'm like really happy to have inherited that.
Oh, 100%. And you're always going to be part of the Miss Grand Virginia family now. I feel like you're
Yes,
like the
yes,
inaugural queen under Yelena's
yes.
directorship. So that's so
Mm-hmm.
exciting. I've been working with her really closely as a sponsor, and she's just been incredible to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't wait to go to Virginia next week and, be there at her production. I think she has DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So
That's
three
right.
states in
Mm-hmm.
one. I'm excited.
I know the girls
Yeah.
look so good, and the girls are also personally motivated. Like I see them all posting about it, connecting with sponsors, taking the initiative. I
Hmm.
see that they all want it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy for that they really respect the opportunity and that they're going for it with everything they've got.
Hmm.
So I'm going to be happy no matter who wins cuz
Yeah.
I see,
They're
so much spirit in all
competitive.
those
I'm
girls.
like, oh my gosh, like it's a competitive group
Yeah.
of girls because I was like being nosy and like scanning and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's a good group of girls. Like I don't know
It's a
how the
good
judges are
batch.
gonna pick.
Mhm.
Are you excited to crown your successor?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. So that's only days from now. So this is
Yeah.
like a hectic time for me,
I
just
know.
flying around. But I'm very excited. And also, I'm going to be doing everything I can as a part of the entire production. So they're going to have some rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have different moments. I'm going to be giving out pointers and
Oh,
advice and hugs because I know it's going to be
yeah.
crazy. So I'm just so happy to be able to give that support because I know what it's like to not have it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like for Miss Grand Virginia, it is a lot of their first times competing in a pageant.
Hmm.
I know there's a couple veterans, but for the girls going into the pageant this weekend, what is your advice to them?
My advice to them is to understand that there's a lot of different factors to winning.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you don't win, that doesn't mean you didn't do a good job. It doesn't mean you didn't give your best. Um, you just you have to be proud of what you've done. You have to be proud
Yeah.
of the effort that you put in, regardless of whether you get the result that you want or not. Understanding that with each year, you're going to get better and better, sharpening your tools and becoming more competent. So I don't want any of the people to uh, accept defeat. It's just the
Mm-hmm.
start of your journey.
I 100% agree with that. And I feel like with Yelena only having such a short time to work with these girls, she probably needs someone that's ready. But
Hmm.
next year, imagine if you sign up early. Imagine if you have a whole year to prepare.
Hmm.
That's going to give you success probably at nationals. So,
Right. And before I competed, I was so afraid of failing. Like I really wanted to win. I want to win my first pageant. I want to win my state pageant and I want to win the nationals and
hmm
I want to go straight to international as does everybody.
yeah.
But I didn't get that there's nobody in this industry who that is true for. When you see a Miss Universe, when you see a Miss Grand, when you see a Miss World, these women have competed in 10,
Oh, yeah.
15 pageants
Yeah.
before they get to that level. So I just think you have to be in it for the experience too, right? Understanding that it might take a while before you get that ultimate result. But what's the rush?
Yeah.
Just enjoy each year getting better and better and showcasing yourself.
Are we going to see you on another stage soon? You
Maybe.
can't stop already. You only did one.
That's right. That's right.
Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes. I'm
Yay.
not sure exactly how or when,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I've been steadily preparing. I kind of feel like I've been preparing since the day I stepped off stage at Miss Grand.
Oh my
Like, I think
gosh.
I gave it like a week to cool down, and then I was like, so what's my plan for this upcoming year? So
Oh
I've
my
been just planning
gosh.
my whole life around eventually chasing the dream again. But of course, there's so many logistics to it. So I can't say exactly how or when yet.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh. Well, that's so exciting.
Yes.
So I'm reading here on your talking points that you had a 3-year journey
Mm-hmm. Right,
to the
right.
pageant stage.
Mm-hmm.
3 years. Okay, so tell me about it.
So basically, although Grand was my first pageant,
Mm-hmm.
I had thought about joining many different pageants before. So it was always something that I was thinking about. I bought dresses.
Wow.
I was like, doing photo shoots. I'm like, okay, now is going to be my moment where I join. Now is going to be my moment when I join.
Wow.
And I just never did because I was so scared and I felt like everything had to be perfect. Um, but now I know everything being perfect, whatever that means, doesn't mean that you'll necessarily win. And everything not being perfect doesn't mean that you won't succeed, right? So
Yeah.
I was trying to control something that I don't have ultimate control over, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So I learned so much just in that journey from the desire to stepping on that stage. So that's why when I stepped on that stage, I just felt so proud of myself for even being there.
Oh yeah. Did you feel
Yeah.
ready?
I felt ready.
Yeah.
I felt ready. That's
Wow.
interesting. 2 seconds before I stepped on stage, I didn't feel ready. The moment that I stepped on, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Is it true that like when you're on stage it's like muscle memory? So if you practice a lot, your body just kind of does what you practice, so you don't have to freak
Hmm.
out as much?
Yeah, it's definitely muscle memory. Doing it again and again and again, doing it slowly, doing it fast, doing it coming from the left side, coming from the right side. There's there's so much that goes into it, but once it's like locked into your body,
Hmm.
it becomes normal. It becomes like breathing.
Oh, I love that. So
Yeah.
practice makes perfect.
Yes, yes.
I love that. And you also said that discipline is a very important part of getting ready for a pageant.
Mhm.
Tell me about your personal experience with discipline.
Whew. I mean, discipline is not my strong suit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm kind of I'm kind of a free spirit, so it's
Hmm.
hard for me to do the things that are more disciplined. For example, with the um, stage performance, I like to go into a dance studio and do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But following a routine is really important in order to get from that studio to the actual stage.
Hmm.
So it was a lot of lists, it was a lot of planning, and I had to fall into those routines. And those routines included everything before the pageant. I had to sleep a certain way, I had to eat a certain
Oh
way.
my
I had
gosh.
to, be exercising. I had to be also making time to actually practice my walk. I had to practice my public speaking skills, and all of that had to be integrated into my life. And then they gave us a dance. They
Oh
gave
my
us a dance. I
gosh.
cannot dance,
That dance was
Lisa.
iconic though. Wait, so were
I'm
you in the back just kind of doing the
yeah, I
arm?
got I
That's
got
me too.
moved to the back pretty quick.
Me too. I'm one of the girls
Yeah.
in the back. I'm just like, I can
Mhm.
do the arms kind of if I watch the girl in front of me.
Mhm. And I had to deal with the person in my line. I mean, I had to deal with being the person in my line that kept messing everything
Oh
up.
my gosh.
They were like,
Uh-oh.
"Mariah, go this way, go this way, go this way." And I kept
Oh
messing it
my
up. So
gosh.
I am not a strong dancer, but even that, I had to like be really on top of myself about it and be practicing as much as I could to
Mhm.
get the best result that I could within that time.
Yeah. Wow. You looked great up there, and I didn't notice anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think with all the hype and like so much movement and lights, like nobody's like, "Oh, that girl's messing up."
Yeah, we were as a group, so it didn't look as bad, and we
Yeah.
had some wonderful dancers in the front.
There were some professionals in the front.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think like
yeah.
New York or
Mhm.
Rochelle. She's like a ballerina.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few different girls that had backgrounds in like dance, athletics,
Hmm.
or even girls that just had done so many pageants that they'd learned so many
Oh
dances
my
over the
gosh.
years. So yeah, I was definitely a novice.
Oh my gosh. Who were some of your besties coming out of the pageant?
Ooh, okay, okay, so it's interesting. So I actually started a group chat
Okay.
before the pageant. So we were able to talk to each
Hmm.
other and plan to do content together so that when I arrived at the pageant, it's like we already kind of had our little
I
group.
love that.
Yeah, so and then the group was just constant throughout the pageant. As soon as
Hmm.
I come downstairs, I'm like looking for my girls.
Oh.
Yes, but Kentucky, Michigan, Tennessee, so many girls. It was interesting. Arizona. It was interesting that I was able to have that many friends at
Hmm.
once. I'm like managing 8 different girls that I'm talking to every day. I'm like, why can't I have this in real life? This
Oh
is like
my
a sorority.
gosh.
Why
It
can't we stay
really
here
is.
stay here forever?
Literally.
That's my dream, is that we stay in a hotel forever. And
Yeah.
our job is to film content
Literally, and look hot
and look hot
in
every
our sashes and crowns.
day.
That's my dream too. I'm doing my
Yes.
best to live that life.
Yes, yes.
We'll keep doing pageants, and it
Yes,
won't
yes.
stop.
Mhm.
Are you still in touch with them?
I am. Yeah,
Okay.
so we still have our group chat. We
Yeah.
still share with each other about
Oh.
different opportunities.
Yeah.
And I have those friends for life,
I
so they
know.
know if they're in Virginia, they can call me. I know if I'm
Yeah.
if I'm near them, I can call them.
I love that.
So and I also think that's a part of the pageant that people don't understand too, is the networking. So many different people who can help you in different ways, and you guys help each other, and it becomes like a beautiful bond.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like pageant is networking. And if
Hmm.
you build the right connections through your sponsors, through the other girls, like everybody there is ambitious and everybody there is
Hmm.
doing something and everyone's networking. So it's like if you collaborate, You're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I think we are a little bit over time, so we're going to go into this or that. But is there anything else you want to
Yes,
share with our audience?
yes. Well, I just want to share this with you, Lisa. You are such an inspiration, honestly. Because I hope this is not creepy, but I was on your Instagram and I was scrolling and I was just thinking, like, this woman has put in so much work.
You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, because sometimes I we might look at somebody who's successful and we think, oh, they just have it like that, or maybe their parents did it for them, or maybe they
Oh, I
just
get
found
sugar
it.
baby and hooker
Oh
allegations
my
all
God.
the time.
Yeah, but I'm like, this
No,
woman has
I
been
don't have
putting
time for
in
that.
work.
Thank you.
So many different iterations of your brands and your businesses that you continue to level up to get to where you are. So I just look at you and I admire you so much for that.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm emotional. I really love empowering women. And it's like, sometimes I help people and I don't get a thank you. And it's like I'm a stepping stone to them, but I don't care. Like, I'm never going to stop because I change so many lives like every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And anything I can do to make women feel more empowered and give them independence, especially financially, I think is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can mentor girls to start their own businesses or if there's anything I can do to just boost these women up, like I'm gonna do it because I just live in girlhood and I love it so much. So
Yes,
thank you.
yes, you're welcome.
All right, so we're gonna do a fun ending to our segment. Boston roots or Virginia crown?
Okay. Oh my
I
gosh,
know
that's
they're
not
hard.
fair. Virginia crown.
I
Virginia
love
crown.
it.
Because Virginia and Boston, they're actually similar.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia has so much to offer, maybe even a little bit more than my hometown.
I love that. Virginia has so much to offer.
Mm-hmm.
We're so lucky to have experienced that. Discipline or motivation?
Discipline.
I agree.
For sure.
It's so worth it. Mental strength or physical strength?
They're the same. They're the same. And the more that I exercise, I understand that my physical strength, doing hard things, lifting, working with my coach, it's doing something to me on a mental level.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at men and think, yeah, I could take you.
I love that. Routine or reinvention?
Reinvention.
I love it.
Routine is great, but you've got to be able to change your routine.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solo growth or sisterhood support?
Whew. I'm a solo growth person dying to have sisterhood support.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to go with sisterhood support. I've been
love
solo
that.
long enough.
Oh my gosh, we're here for you.
Yeah.
You have your grand family.
Thank you.
And you have Yelena and her family now.
Yes. Yes.
Logic or intuition?
Logic. Yeah. For me. My intuition is cool, but my intuition has blind spots because I'm not a perfect person.
Mm-hmm.
And I have things that I deal with and struggle with too. So I have to invade. Is it intuition or is it intrusive thoughts? Right? So
Ooh.
I have to be careful of that. So I try to go with my logic.
Okay, I never thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Clean girl aesthetic or full glam?
Full glam.
Okay, same.
Full glam for sure.
Do you like photo shoot or runway?
Runway, for sure. The performance of it, the people.
Yeah.
The
energy.
The energy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the not safe one because I feel like photo shoots are very safe and you're in a controlled environment, but runway is like, that's it. Okay, last one is a little hard. Who you were or who you're becoming?
Who I'm becoming and who I'm becoming is like back to my childhood self.
Oh, it's because of who you were.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. I'm trying to go full 12 years old. I want to wear whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like playing in my mom's makeup. I want to be
that.
like crazy free spirit, nothing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on this podcast. I want you to share with our audience where we can keep up with your journey, and I want to see everything you're doing in Richmond at the pageant this weekend.
Guys, I'm at Maryah_Samuel on Instagram. Please keep up with me. Shoot me a DM. I'm so interested in hearing you guys' journeys any questions that you guys have about pageantry, about Grand, let's make it a sisterhood. Thank you guys so much.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming
Yay!
on.